beautiful souls, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so very much for joining me here today. It's the Empress, aka Kelsey, and today we are looking at where you will be 1 year from now and the energies and things that you may experience throughout that time. So go ahead, take a couple of deep breaths to really ground yourself. Connect to your intuition, connect to your guides, and ask which one of these 3 piles out in front of you is holding the energies of the year ahead and where you'll be 1 year from now. And here we have pile number 1, 2, and 3. And I will have the timestamps to the beginning of each reading in the description box below, along with the links to the cards that I'm using for anybody who may feel called or drawn to any of the decks that I use here today. So I just want to take a second here as well to just say thank you. Thank you to everybody who's tuning into this reading, to all of the souls that I have had the complete and total honor to read for. I just am very grateful, and I want to send all of my love and gratitude to each and every one of you. With all of that being said, go ahead and pause the video if you still need a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1. Those of you that chose pile number 1 here with the pyrite, this reading is for you, and we are looking at where you're going to be 1 year from now and what this year ahead may look like for you. So starting off here, my beautiful souls, I am going to pull a few cards here to get the kind of overall story, the overall kind of journey that you're going to be on over this year. And then we will continue on with the rest of your reading. So starting off here, the first card coming out is the snake. And this is telling me that this is going to be a year of transformation for you. This is going to be a year of change and a year of releasing. So at least coming into this year ahead, from the time that you're watching this video, regardless of date and time, from the time that you watch this video, the intention here is the year ahead from the time that you find yourself here. And so over the next 12 months, group number 1, you guys are going to find that you're really desiring to let go and to release more than you are wanting to bring things in or hoard or fill your space. You guys may find that you are craving more space, even kind of more alone time. And not really, I feel for group number 1 that a lot of you guys may really have a lot of changes in regards to like your interests and the things that you surround yourself with over this next year. So you may find that you're not wanting to partake or participate in things that you used to really enjoy. We also have the lion here. So there's definitely a sense of authenticity coming in over this next year for you guys, a sense of being brave enough to step into your true authentic self and allow people to see your true authentic self. So there's a huge essence here of no longer just going with the flow, or no longer doing what is expected, or no longer doing what is like socially accepted here. So there is a part of yourself that you're finding over these next 12 months, group number 1, that is going to be very authentic and very true to you, and you're no longer going to care what other people may see, think, or do about it. You're going to shine. There is an essence of shining throughout the next 12 months. Shining like who you are underneath. Letting down some sort of mask or some sort of illusion that you've been living in or holding up for others to see you in a particular light. And then we also have the wreath. Wow. So there is a lot of completion and a lot of closure. A lot of things I feel like coming full circle here for group number 1. A lot of things being harvested as well, whether this is like lessons, blessings. For a lot of my group number 1s, this may come through as kind of endings for a lot of you as well, ending certain cycles, karmic relationships, ending your participation or your involvement in things that no longer serve you. Again, like releasing change. There's a lot of change coming in for you guys over the next 12 months, for sure. Some of you guys may even be currently, at the time that you come into this, like this next 12 months may start with kind of a tower moment, or very sudden kind of what seems to be unexpected changes. That may even be, for some of you guys, what led you to this reading was the current state of change or almost chaotic transformation that you or your life is in right now. So let's go ahead here and pull a few cards here to get the kind of deeper into the themes of this year ahead for you. And then we will do some clarifying as well. Okay, so starting off here, we have intuition and manifestation. So group number one, a lot of the changes that are happening so that you can manifest your desires or the things that you've really been wanting in your life. I feel a strong sense of like a lot of the things that are being released, a lot of the things that are being let go of, a lot of the endings that are happening in a way for you to be able to, it's almost like realignment or like an attunement of your energy here in order for you to be able to come into the frequency you need to be in to manifest the things that you are trying to manifest. We also have kindred partnership coming out here. So there is going to be very significant energies surrounding some people that are very close to you. Some of you guys may be trying to manifest a life partner or a business partner or kind of like your soul family, really. This is a general reading, so apply it how it resonates, but there's definitely a sense of soulmate or soul family energies coming into your life over the next 12 months. For some of you, this is going to be a romantic partner. For some of you, a business partner. And for some of you, just a new connection or reconnection to people around you. But there's like a huge highlight here for you guys with this kindred partnership, a huge highlight. Some of you guys are definitely trying to manifest a romantic partner, or you will be over the next 12 months. And that may cause you to have to release a partner that you're currently seeing, as well as, again, like this energy of showing your true self is going to be very significant in regards to this partnership, because you're not going to align to this partnership until you can be your authentic self, until you can allow this part of yourself that you've been hiding or covering up to shine, group number one. And then we also have peace coming out, beautiful, over the wreath. So there, a lot of the things that are ending, it may seem kind of intimidating or kind of negative even. It may be perceived in that light initially, but there's a need for you to know that by the end of this next 12 months, group number one, you are going to be very calm and at peace with where you are going to be at. Like you're going to be, I don't feel like these people and these energies, this environment that you're releasing over the next 12 months is going to happen in an aggressive way. I feel like it's going to be very mutual. There may be some resistance in certain areas, like with friends or family members or relationships. If you feel these relationships are strained or that they've run their course, there may be a little bit of resistance initially, but it is going to still end up being a very peaceful kind of separation or releasing, very mutual as well, I feel, for group number one. So by the end of these next 12 months, you guys are definitely going to be I kind of feel like feeling very very at peace, but also very almost grateful, and having a lot of abundance as well. Like you're going to feel like there's a lot of abundance surrounding you, or like you're living a very abundant life, even if, you know, your finances don't necessarily shift or change very much. There's like this abundance of gratitude, this abundance of peace, this abundance of love coming into your life over the next 12 months. Let's take a look at the energies that are going to really be supporting you over the next 12 months, group number 1. So a lot of my group number 1s too, some of you may be trying to manifest peace or closure or a person. And even if you're trying to manifest peace or clarity or like calmness within your life, some of you may be trying to heal from like anxiety. Even if you are manifesting these things, in order to get to those manifestations, there's still going to be an essence of change, of chaotic energy, of transformation. So you may really feel like your manifestations aren't working, or they aren't coming in at this time that you're watching this video, but there's a need to know for you that they really are. So the energy supporting you, group number 1, we have, look at this, blessings. Like I said, it's like there's a lot of abundance, a lot of blessings, a lot of beauty, a lot of love, a lot of very kind of emotional fulfillment coming in over the next 12 months for you guys, which is absolutely beautiful. Some of these energies that you may be experiencing over the next 12 months may be kind of blessings in disguise initially, or like blessings that you don't recognize as blessings until after kind of these things have run their course. But there's definitely abundance coming in here. There's definitely going to be gifts and fulfillment coming in for you kind of over and over again over the next 12 months. A lot of these may come in when you're feeling very lost, or like you don't know where to go, or wondering if you're doing the right thing. It's like Spirit is going to be blessing you to show you that you're on the right path, to show you that you're moving in the direction you need to, and to kind of bring this reassurance. Because like I said, if you have to let go of certain people, certain relationships, certain environments, certain lifestyles, there may be a little bit of friction initially, and you may kind of question or doubt yourself. And when you find yourself in that energy, Spirit's going to be kind of sending you blessings and sending you fulfillment in order to reassure you. Beautiful. So what energy may be kind of challenging for you over the next 12 months, group number 1? Justice. So I do feel for you guys that it may, interesting, we have forgiveness on the bottom of the deck too. So there may be something within your life over the next 12 months that you really do have a difficult time letting go of, but it feels more emotional. And that may be why you're being sent so much emotional fulfillment to kind of purge whatever this is that you're having a hard time letting go of. But with justice coming out here in kind of a challenge for you over the next 12 months, how I'm really seeing this is this essence of trying to maintain balance. So some of you, if you find a partner, a new partner, or a new business partner, a new soul family, you may kind of overindulge in those energies, and it's going to be a bit of a challenge, I feel, for you guys to really find balance and peace within your relationships and within yourself. There's really a need to focus on maintaining that balance and not losing yourself in these partnerships and in these relationships that are coming in for you. As well as for some of my group number 1s, you may find yourself in certain kind of court hearings over the next 12 months, especially for those of you who are maybe letting go of certain relationships. Maybe some of you guys are going through a divorce or settling on some sort of contract or ending some sort of contract. There's just something here where it may be kind of difficult for you to go through that process of separation, because for some of you, the process of separation may have to be kind of carried out in a courtroom or in a legal system. And, you know, things like that are never easy, but I do see for some of you guys here, like a separation of property, a separation of like lives in some way, shape, or form. And whether this is like a divorce or separating from a business, maybe going independent, or separating yourself from certain people, there's just this essence of separation here that again may be kind of challenging, and there's a need to kind of really focus on maintaining balance. And if you find yourself feeling very overwhelmed or out of balance, focusing on like self-love and self-care practices may really help you through those times when they get difficult. Group number 1, as you're shedding, there's a need to like really maintain self-care, making sure you are, you know, eating, making sure that you are sleeping well, making sure that you are taking care of your physical body and maintaining your energy in all of the ways. So really be very mindful of neglecting yourself or neglecting your own kind of energetic maintenance over the next 12 months, group number 1. But let's go ahead here and pull some tarot and go a little deeper into this kind of storyline over the next 12 months for you guys. Let's see what you can expect. So we have the Empress coming out here, and this is telling me that coming into these next 12 months for you guys, there is like a harvesting, there is an ending. It's like preparations happening here, as well as blessings and abundance. You guys may find that you are recognizing that you have far more than you need within your life, especially in regards to like materialistic things. So you may find that you are wanting to donate or give things away and really kind of clear out the clutter. But there's also this essence of like preparation, preparing for what's to come, preparing for independence potentially for some of you. Some of you guys may be like starting a small savings account. Maybe some of you guys are preparing to leave something, preparing to leave a job or a partnership, or a home or something like that. And if that's the case, there's a need to like start a small savings account or like start putting money away in order to like prepare yourself to make those moves or to make those changes. Yeah, so I feel like coming into this reading and coming into the next 12 months, group number 1, that you guys are in a position where you are ready for harvest. You are ready to reap the rewards and the blessings and abundance of all of the lessons and energies that you've completed thus far. And you're also ready to kind of, I'm seeing this kind of dualistic nature here, where it's like you're ready to harvest the fruits of your labors, but you're also ready to sacrifice like the bad fruit. Like you're ready to cut away the kind of bad apples, if you will. Interesting. And then we have the 10 of Swords coming out here. Yeah, so there's definitely a strong energy here over the next 12 months for group number 1 of closing karmic cycles, and closing these patterns, these habits that you have been living in, where it causes you to kind of sacrifice yourself instead of sacrifice what's hurting you. So there's been this kind of theme for group number 1 where you've been desperately holding on to the things that are actually causing you harm emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, however it comes through for you, and just sacrificing yourself. And it's like that role is switching here for you guys over the next 12 months. You're no longer going to allow anybody or anything to take advantage of you emotionally, mentally. So a lot of my group number 1s may be healing from some narcissistic kind of energies as well. Not all of you, but that is here. And there's also a strong sense of setting new boundaries, or like recognizing where boundaries need to be. We then have the 2 of Wands coming out here, taking action. You guys, this is going to be a year of taking action, a year of movement, I feel, for you guys. So a lot of you guys may be coming into this reading feeling like things have been going very, very slow. Things have been almost at a standstill. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, as you have gone through these transformations and these realizations and coming into this reading, you're currently in a place where you are becoming much more kind of magnetic or attractive with this Empress energy. You're coming into these next 12 months in this Empress energy, and it's allowing you to attract your manifestations to you. But you're also ready to take action towards them. So it's like meeting them halfway here instead of where I feel like previously where there was some sort of blockage. And this blockage was the fact that you sacrificed yourself to hold on to like whatever was stabbing you in the back. You allowed it, them, however that came through for you, to stab you in the back just to be able to hold on to them. But you guys are now taking action over the next 12 months to step out of this patterning here. And then we have the Hermit. So it's like over the next 12 months, group number one, you guys are really going to be finding that you are much more comfortable with being alone, if that means there's something here, group number one, where you're much more comfortable with, how do I want to say this? If the people around you do not resonate with you, have nothing to offer, have no love to offer, like if they're just not resonating with you, you are okay with being alone. Whereas I feel like group number one before, because you were maybe afraid of being alone or because of some abandonment wounds that you were kind of going through or acting from, you would hold on to people just out of fear of being alone, even though they were harmful or toxic to you. And that need for somebody to be there regardless of who they are, how they treat you or what they do or how they feel is transforming for you, and you're going to be able to take action towards your independence. There's a lot of like reclaiming self and independence in your authenticity and allowing your true self to shine over these next 12 months. And because of that, you are attracting people who are going to resonate with your true authentic self and like with your soul, instead of with this illusion that you've been putting up out of fear of being vulnerable. Okay, so that's absolutely wonderful. Let's go ahead and pull you one final message for the year ahead for you guys. So let's take a look at any last guidance, advice, or actions you should be taking over the next 12 months for group number one, please. Okay, and here we have take time out, siesta, recharge, and rest. So yeah, there's really a need for, again, like this energy of separating yourself. So over the next 12 months, there's definitely like a shedding, a releasing, separating yourself from any toxic energies, from any people or situations or environments that have been draining you, taking advantage of you, or causing you harm mentally, physically, spiritually. And this next 12 months is really going to be about finding your peace, finding your independence, finding your authenticity, and finding who it is that you truly want to be, as well as a significant partnership coming in over the next 12 months as well, or soul family, soulmate energy, a lot of blessings over the next 12 months. Again, it's like Spirit's going to be sending you blessings at any point in time where maybe you're feeling doubtful, or fearful of being alone, or doubtful of whether or not you're doing the right thing. So a lot of beautiful energy coming in, but definitely a year of shedding, of releasing, and of separating from anything that is harmful to your spirit. So this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number one. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, comment down below, let me know what you thought of this reading, let me know what other readings you guys would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hello, my beautiful group number 2. Those of you that chose pile number 2 with the crazy lace agate, this reading is for you. And we are looking at what you can expect over the next year and where you'll be a year from now. So group number 2, coming into your reading, there is a strong essence of playful energy. So I do feel that over the next year, you guys are going to be really experiencing some very kind of, they may not be very significant, like very big kind of events or things that you attend, but there is going to be moments, a lot of moments throughout this next 12 months that are going to be very fun and that are going to really stick with you kind of energetically. You know, this could be as simple as having a card night with all of your friends or your family, and it's like, it's just that experience is really going to stick with you. It doesn't have to be very extravagant events, but there's going to be very significant events in regards to like fun with people that you care about. Interesting. I love that. So let's go ahead, group number 2, and pull a few cards here to kind of get your overall story of the next year, over the next 12 months, and then we'll shuffle the rest of the cards out as we go. So group number 2, where will you be a year from now? Group number 2, we have the Fox, we have the Scythe, and we have the Lady. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm really seeing here, group number 2, is like this energy of recognition in regards to somebody or something that's been taken from you. The bottom of the deck here, we have the Snake as well. I feel like you guys, there's somebody that's been lying to you. Like, some of you guys, you already know who this is. Some of you guys, you will find that there are going to be truths revealed to you over this next 12 months that's going to cause you to cut off certain people, certain energies. And I feel like that may be kind of part of why these fun events or game nights or whatever are going to start feeling much more significant to you, because it's like you're finding a group of people that really care for you and not just care about what you can do for them or what they can get from you. There's definitely something here over the next 12 months where there are going to be truths revealed to you that are going to be kind of difficult, I feel, in a sense where it's like it's really going to maybe hurt your feelings when you find out that somebody has been using you or taking advantage of you, or potentially even for some of you guys may experience somebody that you thought you were close to stealing or taking something from you, whether this be money or like materialistic items or objects, or even like trying to steal your significant other or trying to take your job. There's like something here where coming into these next 12 months, you're going to be really recognizing the people in your life that are kind of gossip driven, that are just shady. There's like shady people in your life, group number 2, and it's like over these next 12 months they're going to be revealed to you and they're going to be kind of removed from your life. So there is a message here as well, group number 2, that if you find that certain people are being separated from you due to unforeseen circumstances or unexpected changes, even though it may be difficult initially, allow it to happen, because it's like the universe is separating you from these people for a reason. Let's go ahead here, group number 2, and pull a few more cards to get some themes of your year and of where you'll be a year from now. Okay. So we have the loving woman. We also have the Lady here. So I do feel for a lot of you guys here, for one, there's going to be a healing of your own divine feminine energy within you, as well as There may be a woman playing a very significant role in your life over this next 12 months. It could be your mother. It could be this person that you are recognizing is shady. It could be, I feel for some of you guys, you know, and I really don't like to do this, but it's what I'm seeing, so it's what I'm going to say. For some of you guys, there is another woman coming into your life that is trying to separate you from somebody or from something. Like I said, whether it's somebody trying to mess around in your relationships, whether it's somebody trying to potentially maybe get you fired or to steal your position. There's just something here where there's somebody coming in that is presenting themselves to be loving, presenting themselves to care about you. But it's like they're really trying to, it's almost like they're trying to be you. They're trying to take your spot somewhere in your life. But that person's going to be revealed to you. Wow, family, friends, and guides. Yeah, there's very significant energy surrounding the people in your life over these next 12 months. And then we also have planning and action. So I do feel for group number 2 that a lot of you are going to be making moves financially and in your career over the next 12 months. And a year from now, you guys are going to be in a completely different place financially, maybe even a new home in the next 12 months. As well as just maybe a promotion or even a new career path or a new job in some way, shape, or form. But it's going to be very, very successful. There's a lot of very successful energy surrounding your career and finances, and maybe even materialistic kind of objects over the next 12 months. Very, very successful, group number 2. But again, it's like there is somebody that's it feels like jealousy, somebody that's very jealous of you, somebody trying to take what you have in a way where where it's like they feel like if they can take your spot, then they can live your life, which is weird. But there is definitely over the next 12 months, there's going to be especially one very significant person that is revealed to you that is going to be taken out of your life. But there may be like other kind of people that you were acquaintances with or that you worked with that you're just going to start seeing either in a different light, or there's going to be things revealed to you about them as well. There's a lot of revelations and truths being revealed over the next 12 months in regards to your relationships. And it's almost like because of these revelations, because of these things that are being revealed to you, it's allowing you to get closer and to be more trusting with the people who are authentic in your life. So again, it's like there's something very significant, almost emotionally, about spending time and having fun with your loved ones over the next 12 months. So there may be a need for you to really kind of just make sure you make time for that, okay? I feel like a year from now, you guys are going to be in a position where you have very solid, stable, loving, loyal connections. But over the next 12 months, you're definitely going to be being adjusted in regards to whom you allow in your life, and things like that. Let's go ahead and see group number 2. The energies that are supporting you and the energies that may be challenging you over this next year. So what energy is supporting group number 2 over the next year? Group number 2. Wow. Reconciliation. So some of you guys, okay, there's a huge emphasis on relationships over this next year, whether they be friends, family, spirit guides, as we have here, romantic partners, family members, your mother may be somebody that you are coming back into contact with. But there's something here where it's like with this energy of reconciliation supporting you over the next 12 months, group number 2, it's like somebody has come between you and somebody else. Whether this has already happened or whether it's going to happen over the next 12 months. And it's like once you recognize that this person, this third party that came in was playing like both of you, I see this as like this third party person being cut away or out of your life. And that's allowing you and this other person to come back together. Interesting. Some of you guys too may be coming back together into union with like a twin flame or like your divine feminine or your divine masculine. There is heavy divine feminine energy here, whether that's you, whether that's bringing up your energy, or whether that's somebody that's coming into your life. That energy is here very, very strongly. So let's take a look at the energy that may be challenging you over the next year for group number 2, please. So we have willpower coming out. And this is telling me that group number 2, when there's going to be times over these next 12 months where you are asked to assert yourself, where you're going to have to assert yourself to stand your ground, and there's something here where it's like over the next 12 months, group number 2, you guys are learning how to stand up for yourself. You're learning how to protect your energy. You're learning how to protect the things that you've worked for, how to protect your relationships, and it's going to require you to assert yourself, and that may be kind of difficult for you to continue standing your ground. It's like, you know, maybe when you're angry or when you first recognize this, it may be easy for you to be like, well, that person's not allowed in my life, that person's not allowed to come around anymore, etc., etc. And then, you know, maybe 6 months from the time that happens, maybe they come back with some sort of apology and they want back in. But there's something here where you're really going to be called or asked to not move on your boundaries so that you don't repeat a cycle. But it may be kind of difficult because it's like you're no longer going to be angry, you're no longer going to be kind of resentful. Interesting. So there is, over the next 12 months, like really a need for you to stand your ground. And if people do come back into your life and you truly feel like they're meant to come back into your life, there's a need to stand your ground in regards to the changes that need to be made. Because the only way that reconciliation can happen is if both of you come back into the relationship with new energy. You both have to bring something new into this relationship. You both have to bring change into this relationship. If somebody comes back wanting back into your life, wanting back into your space, but hasn't changed at all, there's a need to cut that off. Don't allow that same energy back into your space. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot and go a little deeper into the story of the next 12 months for my beautiful group number 2. There's definitely a union of some sort that seems very significant here. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's a need to focus on having fun and having experiences with the people that you care about over this next 12 months. You know, even if it is just playing cards at home at your kitchen table, having like bonfires, dinner parties. It feels like a lot of your fun, a lot of your experiences are happening in kind of smaller, more intimate settings. But there's a need to kind of focus on really building those relationships this year because it's going to be very special for you. We have the Tower coming out here. Okay, so this is kind of really validating and confirming that initial energy of somebody coming into your life trying to take something from you, like unexpected. It's like something is being revealed to you, some truth is being revealed to you that you did not expect, because it's like somebody that you let into your space, somebody that you thought you trusted. There's something here about trust being broken, group number 2. And it's like when this is happening for you, it's going to be shocking. It's going to feel like it was very unexpected, but it's like after the tower falls down and you have a minute to really sit and contemplate and to reflect on this, it's like you're going to realize that that storm was brewing for a long time, and that there were signs, and that you did feel that maybe you couldn't trust this person as much as you wanted to trust this person. And it's like you're going to recognize where all the signs were, where all the kind of the illusion was, essentially. So you are going to, there is some sort of like lesson from your guides coming in regards to this, and learning how to trust yourself, and to kind of assert yourself in regards to those things that you're feeling. So there is also really an enhancement of kind of like your intuition, or like this need to trust your instincts over these next 12 months, group number 2. Wow. Look at this. Strength. Again, like this is where these boundaries are going to be set. Like when you recognize where like this unexpected truth is being revealed, there's going to be new boundaries set, and there's going to be somebody cut out of your life, I feel. Or there's going to be, I feel, over the next 12 months, multiple people taken out of your life by no kind of fault of your own, by external circumstances. Maybe people move away. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be like fights and things like this. But it's where your boundaries need to be is being revealed to you. So this year to come for you guys is definitely going to be really heavily focused on your ability to have healthy boundaries, and your self-esteem, I feel, is going to be a strong focus as well for you. Really building your self-esteem, building your self-worth, being able to assert yourself, having the courage to really stand up for yourself, really, to allow your boundaries to be seen, to allow yourself to be seen, to just stand up for yourself, group number 2. Stand up for yourself, okay? And then we have the 4 of Wands. Beautiful. And this is very much so talking about like those celebrations and the home and the foundation, and like these very significant connections that are really being solidified and really becoming a big part of your foundation in your life over these next 12 months. They really are. You guys are creating some very special, strong, loving bonds with friends and family over the next 12 months, which is beautiful. You guys are finding who you can trust. You're learning how to trust, as well as maybe how to be vulnerable with those closest to you. But I do feel, again, with this 4 of Wands, like a lot of celebratory energy, again, like dinner parties and card nights and bonfires, and just very close, intimate kind of celebrations of your family, which is beautiful. And then we have the 4 of Swords. So a year from now, group number 2, you guys are no longer going to be... You're no longer going to be even, I feel like, thinking about this tower moment. There's a lot of peace, and I feel like as this tower moment is happening for you guys, you may find that you get very, very stuck in your head and overthinking, and maybe even kind of beating yourself up, wondering what you could have done different or why this person would do this. It's like you find yourself thinking about it a lot. You find yourself... it's almost like using that as a validation to your own lack of self-worth or your own lack of self-esteem. It's like you're using this other person's kind of lower vibrational actions as validation as to why you aren't worthy, as to why you don't matter almost here. And even if it's kind of subconsciously, it's like you're really attaching this event, this tower moment, to your self-worth. And a year from now, it's no longer going to be that way. You're no longer going to think of this event in the same way. You're going to see it as the moment where your life changed, the moment where you were able to come into peace, the moment where you were able to learn how to learn how to trust yourself, to learn how to set boundaries. This is definitely a year of like boundaries, but also very significant kind of gain in your physical world. So again, it's like this is happening. It's almost like this is happening in the background here for you. Like you guys are working every day, you're hustling, you're doing the thing, and that's building and building and building over the next 12 months. But it's like the main focus for you guys energetically is definitely going to be in regards to the people closest to you and how they impact you over the next 12 months. But very, very big, I feel, monetary gains. Some of you may be buying a new home or moving to a new home, especially with this Four of Wands as well. That kind of validates or confirms that as well. So some of you guys maybe in the next 6 to 9 months may be moving or moving into a new home. But there's definitely gain materialistically and financially over the next 12 months in a very significant way. Like you're going to be in a whole different place a year from now financially. And I feel like a big part of that is because you're not like hyper focused on it. You're not trying to force it. You're not overworking yourself. You're not burning yourself out, because your main attention and your main focus is going to be on your relationships over the next 12 months. Interesting. So let's go ahead, group number 2, and pull you one final message. Any last guidance, advice, or actions you should be taking over the next 12 months for group number 2, please. Okay. We have nature spirits, elves, fairies, and rock formations. So I do feel for you guys that it is very important to stay grounded. Or working with like your grounding over the next 12 months, which again, I feel will really help you kind of come out of that mental space, out of that kind of obsessive thinking about what went wrong or how somebody did you wrong, or like what you can trust and what you can't. So grounding would be very helpful for you, especially in that aspect, getting out of your mental body, but also in the essence of like building these solid foundations, making sure that you're very present in your social life, in your family life, in these kind of celebrations that are going to be happening over the next 12 months. Being very present is going to be very beneficial for you to be able to really kind of indulge in those experiences. Wow. So I really enjoy this energy over the next 12 months. There is going to be some difficult energy here in regards to some people that have been shady being revealed to you. That's going to come through different for everybody, but it's like it's making you such a stronger person, and also bringing you much closer to the people that are there for you and that care for you and that love you, which is absolutely beautiful. But this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, comment down below, let me know what you thought of this, let me know what other readings you guys would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that chose pile number 3 with these smoky quartz, this reading is for you, and we are looking at where you'll be a year from now and what you can expect over the next 12 months, okay? So starting off, coming into your reading, I am getting very strong sense of like almost like illusionatory energy, not in like you're living in an illusion or you're living a lie kind of energy, but in a lack of clarity kind of way. This is being shown to me through the water element. So some of you guys may be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You don't have to be, but those energies are coming up here. They are the water signs of the zodiac. But I am being shown this like through the water element, through it's interesting because water is kind of this, it kind of bends light, right? If you go underwater and you open your eyes, things kind of look like you're looking in almost like a fun mirror is how I'm being shown this, as well as when you have steam, it creates a fog on the mirror and you can't see clearly. And when you add, you know, significantly colder temperatures, we have frost, which again creates this fog that you can't see through. And that's kind of what I'm being shown here. So there is like this sense of mystery of this year coming forth for you, especially with the smoky quartz. It's like there's smoke, there's this energy of like not being able to see something, this energy of a mystery. So, you know, maybe we'll see what that is, maybe we won't. But let's go ahead here, group number 3, and we're going to start off by pulling a few cards here to get the kind of overall energy and story of your year to come for my beautiful group number 3. So starting off here, we have the lady, we have the mice, okay, and we have the mountain. Yeah, so, okay, group number 3, with the lady here, I am being shown this as kind of the divine feminine energy, which is kind of water energy. Water is a feminine element. There is something here about your spirituality. So for some of you guys, this year ahead may be very heavily spiritually focused. You may be coming into like your high priestess energy. For some of you guys, you may have a deity or a goddess calling out to you or coming into your life at the time that you're watching this video. So if you felt called to any deities or anything like that, I would kind of recommend looking into that, because that is coming in here quite strong. We have Lakshmi, we have Gaia, we have Freya, we have Isis coming in immediately. So if any of those resonate with you, or if any of those have been very prominent or continuously coming up for you, that's happening for a reason. We also have the mice here. So group number 3, what I'm seeing is that over the next 12 months, there is a huge need for you to focus on the details, to focus on the little things, to focus on to focus on the little things. Like I'm not even quite sure how else to articulate that other than so a lot of the times you'll hear like tarot readers or like spiritual people saying that you need to get a bigger perspective, or you need to zoom out. But what I'm seeing here, group number 3, is you need to zoom in. You need to see the smaller things that are impacting and making big kind of ripple effects within your reality. And then we have the mountain. So by the end of these next 12 months, group number 3, there is going to be a sense of clarity, but it's almost going to be kind of this uphill kind of climb in some aspects of your life, not in all aspects. But it's like by the end of these 12 months, you're going to be feeling like you're on top of this mountain. You're going to be able to feel like you can see everything. So these next 12 months may be a very significant kind of almost like drawn out, or there's this sense of awakening over the next 12 months, but it's almost like multiple awakenings happening, almost like one right after another. Again, this feels like a very spiritually driven year. And with the mice here again, it's like you're being asked to focus on the next step in front of you to climb this mountain, instead of staring at the top of the mountain the entire time. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you. So this is going to be quite an intense year. I am really heavily picking up on kind of that Scorpio energy. It's going to be very deep. It's going to be very vast. It's going to be very large, intense energies and mysterious energies that are affecting you and impacting you very greatly over these next 12 months, group number 3. Wow. So let's pull some more cards here and see the overall kind of themes and energies of the next 12 months for you, group number 3. We have courage. We have present power. Wow. So again, like this present power and this courage is really saying like you have to be brave enough to face the next step instead of... I feel like a lot of you guys have been living in a sense where maybe you've been skipping certain steps or kind of ignoring certain steps or certain informations or certain lessons that you're being asked to learn in order to get to the next step, but then like kind of living in the sense like you don't know where to go. So group number 3, you guys do intuitively know where to go, but there is like this blockage, this mountain, this obstacle in the way because there is a fear of going through the learning process. And I feel like these next 12 months is going to be very much so about stepping into your power and stepping into having like this courage and this bravery enough to start at the beginning instead of expecting yourself to already be at the finish line. Interesting. We also have hidden motivations. Yeah, see, and there's that kind of mysterious energy coming out here. So group number 3, like the strongest message coming in here is there is a need to be willing to start at the beginning instead of not starting out of this idea that you should be further along than you are. As well as there is like this energy of not always having to have a finish line, not always having to know where certain things are going to end up, not always having to know exactly how things are supposed to turn out, because that limits us, group number 3. That causes us to live in this box and to only allow ourselves to take specific steps. And when that particular destination or finish line is no longer a possibility for us, we then stop and convince ourselves that we can't move in any other direction. So there is like this theme here over the next 12 months for group number 3 about learning how to let go of control, learning how to be present in the moment and taking the steps and paying attention to the details and the messages and the signs and the synchronicities that are leading you forward, instead of staring at this one specific destination or finish line and telling ourselves that we can't end up anywhere but this place or we're a failure. So these next 12 months, really, group number 3, are learning how to start at the beginning and learning how to take the small steps, learning how to move through the journey and the process instead of expecting yourself to be further than you are. I feel like that's a big theme for you guys here. So that you guys expect yourself or have convinced yourself that you should be somewhere other than where you currently are in life, whether you feel like you're too old to do a specific thing, or whether you feel like you're too old to go back to school, or whether you feel like you should be further along in your career or in your life than where you are, and it's almost like you've been using that subconsciously as a reason to not actually take the steps to get to where you want to go, because you've already convinced yourself that you failed. And these next 12 months are going to be really transforming that mentality, and you're going to be really kind of embracing this courage and this bravery to start at the beginning and to start climbing these mountains that you've convinced yourself you've already fallen off of. So a year from now, you guys are going to be at the top of your mountain. A year from now, group number 3, you guys are going to be in a completely new place, a completely new environment or mindset or job or home, whatever it is that you've told yourself you aren't able to move towards. You guys are definitely going to be learning how to pursue over the next 12 months, which is beautiful. I love that. A lot of clarity coming in for you guys over the next 12 months. And we have 1, 2, 1. And that's really kind of leading me to say to you guys that sometimes moving forward is about learning how to take a step back and readjust and to realign and to try something again, okay? So like this energy of if at first you don't succeed, try again, coming in here for group number 3 as well. So this is really, I feel like this year is really going to be about learning how to keep going, learning how to start, learning how to take steps, learning how to take baby steps. Wow, okay. So let's go ahead here, group number 3, And we're going to pull a couple cards here to see the energy supporting you over the next 12 months, as well as the energy that may be challenging you. So what energy is supporting group number 3 over the next 12 months, please? Prosperity. Yeah, you guys are moving towards prosperity, towards abundance, towards blessings for sure. And it's because you're learning how to start at the beginning instead of being so hard on yourself that you haven't already obtained this prosperity. You're learning how to move towards it, how to build it, how to create it. Group number 3. I love it. I love it so much. The bottom of the deck, we have closure. You guys are ending... there's closure of a mindset here, but there's also, for a lot of my group number 3s, an ending to a mindset of lack or victim mentality. Whichever one of those you most resonate with is coming into closure over the next 12 months, and you're learning how to be open to having more than what you've had before, in some way, shape, or form. What energy is challenging group number 3 over the next 12 months? And this doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a negative energy. It's just going to be an energy that creates some friction or resistance within you. We have fertility. That's interesting because I literally just said you guys are creating prosperity, but the part that's challenging you is the creation process, right? The part that's challenging you is being open to doing things different, being open to the process. Again, like this, there is a process to creation. And if you think about a painting, a lot of the times when you begin a painting, it looks kind of blocky, it looks awkward, and it goes through these stages, kind of like we do as we grow. We go through these awkward phases and stages of our life and of our reality before we come into our full potential, essentially. And it's like this process of creation is going to really challenge you, and it feels very mental here for group number 3, where it's like you're going to be in your mind about this process and how you want like perfection immediately. And it's going to be kind of challenging for you to move past that. But we have courage and we have present power. And there is a need to really have that courage and that bravery to continue moving through this until you get to the full potential of this creation, instead of stopping when it's going through an awkward phase and convincing yourself that you failed. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you guys. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot, group number 3, and go a little deeper into the story of the next 12 months for you and where you'll be a year from now. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, see, and there's really a need for you to be open to receive, as well as to be open to beginning. Starting where you are, group number 3, that's such a big energy here. Like, be open to starting where you are, starting in the present moment, starting with what you have, using what you have instead of telling yourself you can't do something because you don't have more, or because you don't have this thing, or you don't have that thing. And it's interesting because with this hidden motivations here, I really feel that in a year from now, you're going to be in a completely new place. For everybody here, it's going to be different. But it's like Spirit saying, like, you're not allowed to know, because this lesson that you're going through right now, this awakening that you're going through right now, is about learning how to take steps forward without having that destination to control the steps that you take. But starting where you are, starting with what you have, starting with the seed instead of feeling like you need the entire plant before you can take the step to grow the plant. I hope that makes sense for you guys. I don't really know how else to say it because that's like how it's coming through so strongly. And we have the 8 of Wands. There's a lot of movement coming in for you over the next 12 months. A lot of movement. If you can allow yourself to take the small steps, to do the smaller, detail-oriented actions, you're going to create a momentum. There's momentum being built, especially towards your prosperity over the next 12 months. And I feel like as you begin to take these baby steps and as you begin to build this momentum, you're going to be, you know, what you need is going to be given to you through this entire next 12 months with this prosperity supporting you here. It's like what you need will be provided, but you have to be courageous and brave enough to take that first step before this is going to be given to you. You can't just stay where you are and wait for the universe to give you something that you're not going to need until you move. Wow, look at this, Knight of Pentacles, and there's that movement, there's that step, there's that action. Even if it's slow action, even if they're small steps, even if they're steps that you feel like aren't going to get you anywhere, it's building energy, it's building momentum, even if it's the smallest momentum, okay? And then we also have the King of Cups coming out here. So there is a sense of like self-control being instilled here for group number 3 over the next 12 months. Self-control, learning how to be in control of yourself instead of allowing your mind or your environment to be in control of you. Instead of allowing, you know, certain ideas of where you should be in control of the actions you take. So there's definitely like this essence of taking your power back, really beginning to move forward over the next 12 months. And for a lot of you guys here, I'm seeing that like about halfway through this year that you're moving into. So about 6 months from the time you're watching this video, there's going to be a major increase as well that's going to allow you to upgrade and to move into the next phase of whatever journey this is for you. Some of you guys may be going back to school and gaining some sort of certification or some sort of knowledge that's going to allow you to start at a higher position or a higher pay rate in a job. Some of you guys, you know, maybe taking steps towards entrepreneurship, and like you've been building over the next 6 months, and it's like 6 months from now you're going to have like a windfall of customers or clientele that's going to allow you to level up, to move into the next phase of this business, of this job, however this comes through for you. But there is like this big message for group number 3 about learning how to be in control of self and learning how to have this self-discipline enough to take the small steps that are needed instead of convincing yourself that you failed because you can't get to the final destination in the first step, okay? So I do feel for a lot of you guys that this is going to be very kind of work-oriented, but this is going to play out everywhere in your life as well, not just in work, but that is very prominent here. But we do also have the King of Cups, which kind of can be more emotional as well. So learning how to be more emotionally stable over the next 12 months as well. But yeah, really learning how to start where you are and build from what you have in the present moment is a super significant energy here for you guys over the next 12 months. So let's go ahead, group number 3, and pull you one final message. Any last guidance, advice, or actions you should be taking over the next 12 months, and where you'll be 12 months from now, group number 3. Okay, we have connect with water, ocean, water spirits, and hydrate. That's very interesting with this King of Cups coming out here as well. Water holds memory, okay? So there's something here where it's like you're being asked to remember something. I feel on a very deep soul level here. Like I said, there's this essence of spiritual power here. But I feel like you guys have to maybe connect with the water to be able to tap into that, to be able to tune into that. So there's kind of two energies coming in here over the next 12 months. And for a lot of you, this next 12 months is going to be very spiritually driven. There's going to be a lot of spiritual communication, a lot of energetic communication that is trying to lead you forward, a lot of prosperity and the things that you need being given at the times that you need them. So there is like this need to trust, this need to, your soul is trying to, like, it's almost like your soul is trying to call you home, your soul is trying to get you to remember who you are, or to remember like some sort of purpose almost here on like an underlying deeper level. Group number 3, which is very, very interesting. So there is definitely a very spiritual aspect to your year ahead, as well as a very physical aspect to your year ahead. But again, just taking the baby steps, starting at the beginning, and not being so hard on yourself is going to be super, super significant. And all of you are going to end up in a different place 12 months from now, but Spirit is saying that it's not yet time to reveal that, because there's something here where it's like Spirit's like, if you know exactly where you're going to be going or end up 12 months from now, you're going to use that as a way to control the steps that you take. And there's something here where it's like Spirit doesn't want you to have that restriction. So this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 3. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this. Let me know what other kinds of readings you guys would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!